Hello, how are you? Today I brought a wonderful recipe for your breakfast or your afternoon snack. It's one of my favorite recipes if you want help with inflammation, if you want to improve your gut health, or even if you want help losing weight, because this recipe is very filling. And what I love about it is that you can prepare it the night before or a few hours ahead, and it's very easy to make. It's naturally sweet with no sugar, no wheat flour, no gluten. You're going to love it for sure. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss this. Before we start, I want to ask you if you would like to lose weight. If so, how much? Write it for me down below in the comments. Remember to go ahead and like the video. That's really important for me here on the channel. This shows YouTube that you like the channel, that you support and trust my content. And if you know someone who likes recipes like this or wants more inspiration, share this video. Let's spread this chain of kindness. Remember that the ingredients, quantities, and nutritional information are always down below, so you can make it at home too. And I already have my base here, which is natural yogurt. Remember that I have a video teaching how to make yogurt at home and another video showing how to choose healthy yogurt so you don't get fooled at the store. I'll leave both of them down below in the description. To the yogurt, I'm going to add some spices here. I'm going to add a bit of ground cinnamon, a bit of ground turmeric, and a bit of clove, which I've already crushed in a mortar. These three ingredients are very interesting because they are anti-inflammatory spices. Turmeric contains curcumin, cinnamon has cinnamaldehyde, and clove contains eugenol. So they are truly ultra-healthy spices with naturally anti-inflammatory compounds. So besides bringing flavor benefits, they also benefit our health. I have videos here talking more specifically about all three, and I'll leave them down below. If you don't have one of them, or if you want to leave one out, you can. They don't affect the outcome of the recipe, but of course they do change the flavor and the amount of beneficial compounds for our health. I'm also going to add a bit of oat bran now. This type of oat naturally has more fiber because it's made from the outer layer of the oat grain. In other words, it has much more fiber and fewer net carbs than oat flour or traditional rolled oats. Remember that it contains a large amount of fiber, especially beta-glucan, which helps control cholesterol, promotes satiety, helps regulate blood sugar, and aids intestinal transit. Fiber is wonderful, and oat bran is a great source of it. And to sweeten it, I'm going to add a few raisins here. You'll see it's really just a small amount just to give it a touch of sweetness. Remember, each raisin is just a dehydrated grape, so it's a good idea to chop them up like I did. That way you get a bit of fruit in every bite without overdoing the carbs. Dried fruits are healthy, but you definitely don't want to overeat them. Raisins are very interesting once again for the intestines. They help draw more water into the intestinal lumen, help hydrate the stool, and prevent constipation. But in excess, they can raise blood sugar. So we always have to balance our recipes. So I grab my serving glass here, and now I'm going to transfer this first part of our preparation so that we can then make our topping. It's already quite creamy, and after we put it in the fridge, it will get even more so. So that's what I'm telling you. This recipe works even better when you make it a little in advance to give the bran time to hydrate in our yogurt. For our topping, I have a piece of banana here, about 2 ounces or half a banana. And I'm doing this once again to keep the carbs in check. If you don't want to use banana, you can use grated apple with the peel. That also works in the recipe. I chose banana because it's a natural sweetener, plus it's packed with potassium and fiber. Since I'm adding protein and extra fiber to this recipe, it really helps balance out the carbs, specifically the glycemic index, or the rate at which those carbs are absorbed. We know that managing your glycemic index is key to reducing inflammation. I've got a bit more yogurt here in the bowl, so I'm going to add the banana and mix them together. Now I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract, which is optional, of course. I'm going to add a bit more ground cinnamon here as well. Remember that cinnamon also helps with insulin sensitivity, which, as I mentioned, helps control blood sugar levels and also helps with inflammation control in our body. I'm also going to add another super interesting ingredient here, which is chia. Chia seeds help to hydrate our mixture. And hydrated chia seeds help give our mixture a different consistency. And chia contains precursors to omega-3, which is very interesting. It helps reduce low-grade chronic inflammation when you include it regularly in your diet, right? It helps control blood sugar, aids intestinal transit, and has no flavor. So really, it's a seed that many people like to use in their daily lives, not only because of its beneficial properties, but also because of its palatability. Now I'm going to add this part here as our second layer. And now I'm also going to put it in the fridge so it can set well. When it's ready, I'll come back here because I think I might add one more detail to finish it off. I'll think about it, so I'll be back in just a bit. Well, I took our sweet treat out of the fridge, and now I'm going to decorate it with a little more cinnamon here. Let me tap it like this so it's easier to sprinkle. If you want, you could even add some cocoa powder here, but I prefer to use cinnamon. Tell me which one you prefer. Some people don't even like to use anything, right? But I think it gives a special flavor, and it looks really beautiful too. Now I'm going to show you the consistency it gets. Look. Try it out. You're going to love it. Look at this. It has a wonderful consistency, and it's delicious too. If you love recipes like this, take a look at my breakfast and snack recipe playlist. There are lots of healthy and delicious options. Go ahead and leave a like on the video. It really helps me out, and share it with anyone you know who will enjoy it and needs it. Let's grow our chain of kindness because that's what I want here on the channel. Now let's try it. It's so good. Banana, chia, oats, yogurt, cinnamon. What a wonderful combination. Try it. You're going to love it. See you next time. Bye.